The old lighthouse stood on a windswept cliff overlooking the turbulent sea, a lonely sentinel against the encroaching darkness. For generations, its beam had guided ships safely to shore, its light a beacon of hope in storms. But lately, a strange melancholy had settled upon the lighthouse keeper, Elias. Elias was a man of quiet habits, his days filled with polishing the great lens, tending the lamp, and watching the endless dance of the waves. He had found a solitude here that suited his soul, a rhythm that echoed the ebb and flow of the tide. Yet, a gnawing loneliness had begun to creep in, a feeling that he was the last ember of a fading age. One blustery evening, as a storm raged outside, Elias noticed something unusual. A small, flickering light bobbed in the waves, too low to be a ship's lantern, too steady to be a distant star. Curiosity piqued. He grabbed his oilskin coat and his sturdy lantern and descended the treacherous stairs to the rocky shore. The waves crashed around him, sending salty spray into his face, but he pressed on. As he neared the mysterious light, he saw it was coming from a small, battered wooden box, impossibly adrift. With great effort, he managed to wrestle it from the churning water and carry it back to the warmth of the lighthouse. Inside, nestled amongst faded velvet, was an ornate silver music box. Elias, his hands trembling, wound the small key. A cascade of delicate notes filled the air, a melody so hauntingly beautiful it brought tears to his eyes. It spoke of distant lands, of joy and sorrow, of a life lived fully. As the last note faded, a faint glow emanated from the box. Elias opened it again, and this time, he found not just the music, but also several yellowed letters tied with a silken ribbon. They were written in elegant, looping script, the words filled with passion and longing. They told the story of a woman, a traveler who had poured her heart and dreams into this music box, losing it at sea many years ago. Reading her words, Elias felt an unexpected connection, a bridge across time and solitude. He began to write replies sharing his own quiet life, his love for the sea, and the wisdom he had gleaned from his years on the cliff. He would place the letters back in the music box, hoping, in some impossible way, they might find their way back to her. He never received a physical reply, of course, but as he continued to write, Elias found that his melancholy began to lift. The loneliness that had plagued him was replaced by a sense of purpose, a deep connection to a spirit that had once touched the world. The music box became his confidant, the letters his companions. And so, the old lighthouse